What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It has been months since I have seen you guys. I actually filmed a lot of stuff and I had an issue with my cloud storage. I lost a ton of footage. And because of that, you guys actually don't get to see anything that had happened. I was super slowly filming just kind of as I was getting this thing back going again after the last video of it starting up. And it drives. The interior is put back together. The dash is flocked. There is a ton of stuff that has been done. So I'm going to give you guys a quick little run through. We still are not at a 100% mark with this. Obviously, as you guys can see, I've got just some tape right now as boost caps. Still was kind of tuning, hoping I didn't have to use the idle control valve, but I'm probably about to be putting that back in. The idle's just having a little bit of an issue, trying to get it quite right, so I'd rather not have to worry about that. Over here, you guys can see the wiring's kind of a mess, which is one of the things that I really was trying to avoid. I need to run new ignition wires to get it 100%. They're just not quite long enough for me to be able to put those covers on. With how they are. This is how it was before it was boosted, before I put the coil inside of the glove box, so I'm not super surprised, but definitely still not the most ideal thing. But like this right now, it works, it's driving. The interior is pretty much done. Not quite, and that's actually going to be some of today's video. The majority of today's video, actually, because I want to get another video out, get back in the habit of posting some. I did put a quick release wheel on. This may or may not be the steering wheel I stick with. I'm borrowing this from a buddy to make sure that I like the size and leather and all that stuff. But the dash is flocked. It came out pretty good. There's a couple little spots that you guys can see here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more glue down. I'm gonna sprinkle a few fibers on it and try to touch it up just a little bit. Some of the wiring up underneath here is still kind of out of the way, you know, not completely tucked up. Just in case I needed to access any of it, I think I'm just about good, aside from adding the speaker back in the kick panel, but I gotta take those back out of the wagon. The whole center console and everything is just about good. I do have a couple of wires here that are actually for the line lock solenoid, as well as I have not installed the shift boot. So there's a couple of things left to do. Again, no headliners back in it. So it's not complete, but this is actually a whole lot more complete than it has been in a long time. The carpet back in, the dyed carpet turned out pretty good once it's back here in the car. Especially with these black floor mats over it, you can't hardly really see much of the carpet, so I'm pretty happy with it overall. The car so far is running and driving. I am working on getting it tuned currently. We are making wastegate or slightly over wastegate of seeing peak boost at about 10 psi. More steady wastegate pressure is at 8, which is the 8-pound spring that I have in it, so that's kind of what I was expecting. It has the flex fuel sensor and everything in it. It's wired in. I've got an electronic boost controller, so we are going to be turning this thing up. However, we've got to get everything sorted out right now, and that's kind of where we're at with the tuning portion of it. I know the last time I uploaded a video, it was hot out. It's now clearly cold. I'm wearing a jacket. I've got the heater going up here in the shop. So it is definitely quite a bit different now than it was. However, it's been kind of a slow process. I've had a lot of stuff going on, even just outside of working in here, and it's taken me a while to get it to the point that we're at now. But I am glad to be able to say that we are at this point. It is running, it is driving. I have the full exhaust back on the car. So it's been huge progress. I hate that I lost some of the footage that I had filmed. I'm gonna try to start bringing you guys back along now. And actually, the video today is not really gonna be on driving the car quite yet. I'm having a little bit of a crank trigger issue. I'm seeing some crank loss at high RPMs. I'm about to be contacting DIY Auto Tune that the ECU's from and see if they have any recommendations. It is a very old style sensor, which is not necessarily ideal for what we're doing. may have to end up swapping it out to a newer style sensor. But that is not what today is about. Today is about what we have in this big box. So I'm gonna go ahead, carry this, almost dropping it. I'm gonna carry this over here. I'm going to get you guys set up on this tripod. So what we have inside of here is actually new door cards. They are black to be able to go with our black interior. I have got both of the front door cards with all of the clips, sound insulation, everything still on it, as well as the chrome trim. And give me just a second, the handles are down at the bottom. Both of the handles. What has already been removed from the box is the rear door cards. Again, all the insulation, tabs, everything is still intact. So we have a complete black door card interior set that I actually bought from a guy on Facebook. He shipped them to me out of California. Was super helpful to be able to get these out to me, and they are in amazing condition, like near mint condition for still being out of a car that I believe was a 85 or 86. So early model car that had these, and they really do look great. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna swap this around, and we're gonna start trying to put these door cards in. Also, as you guys can likely hear from the video, I actually got a mic. So I'm trying this out. This is the first time I've really used it before, but I figured be able to let me move around a little bit better and the audio be a little bit smoother, so I'm not feeling like I'm having to yell when I start to walk further away. So I'm trying it out and just gonna see how it works. And hopefully it works well so that you guys can actually hear me. But we are going to pull this door apart so that we can put these new door cards in, because I've actually had these for about 2 weeks now, but have not done anything with them yet. When you guys are seeing this, it is currently December 30th. So I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, and hope you guys also have had, I guess by the time this comes out, hope you guys have had a Happy New Year. So these are pretty easy to remove. There is 2 screws in the handle. Screw holes are not plugged with anything. You've just got to get your Phillips head and put it down inside of there to be able to take them out. And then once you take out the window or side view mirror adjustment, there's also a screw that goes inside of there. Once you take that off, this whole thing just slides forward a little bit. Don't want to lose those screws. Slides forward just a little bit and the whole handle pulls off very easily. Once that comes off, the rest of this is really just all mounting tabs. Got a couple of areas up along here that have a little bit of tape on it. I actually put all new like weatherproofing in here. This is just clear tape with some butyl stripping. It's almost like a Play-Doh kind of, but it's also like an adhesive. So was able to waterproof these again. Ideally, I really would like to get the door lock mechanism. The little post is missing. But these doors are easy enough. I don't have one. I'm not gonna worry about it today. The big thing that I wanted to show you guys on this door is actually this cup holder. I have not made a video or anything about this, but I actually got to be one of the test people for this product. This is from E30 Update, and so far it's been great. I haven't driven the car a whole lot yet, but I have actually used this a little bit when I've gone out tuning. I've had my can over here, I've slid it in. It's also got a large cup holder that will fit, you know, a Stanley Cup or a Yeti or whatever your large size insulated mugs may be. It fits that in this larger one. The smaller one will fit a bottle of soda or a can, any of your energy drinks, any of that stuff. And it also still has the little bit of the cubby left over where you can still use it as a door pocket storage. And he designed this in a way that it mounts completely factory. It is a great product that I actually only put on finger tight because I knew I was going to be taking it back off. But I went ahead and test fit it, gave him some feedback after using it, and they actually are live now on his website. So you guys head over to E30 Update and check out his page. And he's got some cool stuff. He's kind of trying to design some parts that people maybe haven't come up with, or there's some stuff that he sells that is just outdated, no longer available. They don't produce any of it, and he's trying to start reproducing a couple of these parts. He's actually just a couple hours away from me up in Tennessee, so it was pretty cool that I got to be a part of his process of doing these. So they are 3D printed, but they're super sturdy. He's got some, you know, all this structural stuff, some of these little supports inside of here. It is a very sturdy design, and these little 3 mounting tabs that go in the OEM location of the side pocket, it bolts right to the door in the OEM location. It is a perfect fit. As you guys saw, that was super, super easy to uninstall. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead, walk you guys through the process real quick of installing this, just to show you exactly how easy it is. You have your door card off, which I just showed you is very easy to uninstall. You have 2 Phillips head screws. Once you remove these 2 screws, there's these flat washers that kind of help hold it. These doors, they are just like a particle board, so if they didn't have a big washer like that, there's potential that they would break through. And then this door pocket pretty much falls out of the door. There is these 3 little tabs that as soon as you fold it out and push on it, they just pop straight out. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I've got this rag here just to go ahead, wipe that down, make sure there's not any bad buildup there. Then this new piece has the same 3 factory mounting tabs in the exact same location that go back together the exact same way, just as easily as they came out. You've got to put just a little bit of pressure to get them to go all the way through, but not much, falls right into place. Then when you flip this back over, oh, that's my sound deadening coming off just a little bit. It's not too big of an issue. It's gonna get held back down by these new screws and washers. So he does send this with the hardware that he has inserted, as well as new washers. So you do not need to use any of your original hardware anymore. You just put the slightest little bit of pressure on this, which is nice because if it was super, super direct, it gives a little bit room for some slop or some movement. So you just have to put the slightest little bit of pressure on these to put them down into the complete mounting location, which I actually had mine pop out because I let go too much. That's the little bit of pressure, like I was mentioning, you got to keep on it. It fits in very smooth. There we go. But I didn't have quite enough pressure on it when I was doing that. But because it requires just a slight amount of pressure to be held on it, it keeps it from falling out, and it almost puts it in that little bit of spring tension where it makes sure that it stays snug. It's not one of those parts that you put in after the fact and it sits there and flops around and feels like it's constantly about to try to fall out of the door. You put it in, it feels very secure in place. So once you do that, you get the second side in. Again, just the slightest little bit of pressure. You're able to get it lined up. It goes finger tight. And then since this is going to be a permanent install, I'm going to go ahead and just snug them down a little bit. Make sure that they're not in a spot where they're about to be coming back out. So we will do this. And just like that, your E30 update cup holder is installed. The mounting tabs on this door are mostly broke, which I was kind of expecting when I got these doors in. These things break so easily. I actually have all aftermarket ones on my door cards currently, so they should come out okay. I will get back with you guys as soon as we're starting to reinstall this on the car. We're done. I've got all my new mounting tabs on here. I transferred over all the little clips that mount to the front of the car. There's just a little spot right here where it's starting to come down. So we may or may not be able to see that once the door is on, but we probably will just wait and fix that later on. Right now, I just want to get these doors set on here so we can start seeing what they look like. Pretty much perfect. And then these little clips go in there, right there. I'm gonna try to just tuck this up a little bit as we install these clips up along the bottom. Try to help hold it in place a little bit. Up around this side. And I think there should only be one or two more underneath the center here. Perfect. Just like that, that door card's installed. I'm gonna grab the handle, which we'll reinstall the exact same way that it came out, with just these couple of screws, two long ones, one short one for up near the handle. And there is a mounting point on this E30 update cup holder that allows it to slot right back in, again, just like factory. There is no fitment change from factory to this aftermarket cup holder, which was a huge selling point for me. I very much enjoy a factory style interior appearance, which, you know, I guess some people say differently. Some people would say I got a flock dash and a quick release steering wheel and all this stuff, and, you know, clearly that means that I'm actually trying to make this look like a race car, not a factory interior. But I like it to be sporty and a little bit different, but not something that I've got all sorts of, you know, crazy stuff screwed in and bolted down to all sorts of random places. So having a little bit more subtle setup is pretty important to me. So I definitely think that this achieves it. Let's see, that's starting to go in. Go ahead and grab the chrome trim for the top though. I was supposed to have put that chrome trim on before I put the door on. So I guess we're running without the trim right now. I may go ahead and get the little pin I need up there so that next time I do take this off, I can go ahead and actually get that little lock stem. But they're really pretty easy to install. I clearly struggled just a little bit there at the end, but they're quick to swap out, and I actually love the way that this black door card looks. I'll go ahead and as soon as I get the other three of them swapped, I will get back with you guys. All right, you guys, so I have gone ahead and pulled the car out. I was actually working on this, my CRV over here too. But I did want to show you guys, now that everything is done, it is actually the next day from when that last clip was taken, but I did get the full set of door cards in. So I've got this passenger side on, everything other than this little trim piece. I actually took the one, like I mentioned, put it over on the driver's side. So I have got this door card on, I've got the driver's side door card on, as well as the 2 rear door cards. So it looks so much better in here, and I really am enjoying starting to see this stuff come together as a black interior as opposed to the tan one that was on there before. The floor mat's kind of dirty, but I went ahead and put this bottom panel back up in place down here where it needed to be. I've got, like I showed you guys, this cup holder is on, and guys, it's actually a really great product. If you guys do want one, go check out E30 Update. He was a cool guy and definitely made a product that I was happy with. So check that out. But overall, I am very happy with the outcome of this. I've been wanting to do black interior for a while and debated just dyeing the door cards. I found a dye kit that another one of my buddies with an E30 had good luck with, but I found these, wanted to buy that stuff. So now we're really just down to the seats. I'm probably gonna end up dyeing the rear seats black, but the front seats still kind of hit or miss on if I'm gonna recover these or if I'm gonna do some aftermarket ones. But this is gonna be it for today's video. I just really wanted to be able to get back here, finally upload another video again and let you guys see where it is. Hopefully here soon, I'll have some new ignition wires and we can get the breakup sorted out so that we're able to get this thing finished tuning. We can start making more boost and I can finally show you guys what it's like when I'm driving this thing. So if you guys stuck around, thank you guys for watching the video. I will see you guys in the next one.